Welcome to BBC News, a newscast better than BBC News because Vikings are always better than English. I'm Jaden, I'm your host for today.
And I am your co-host, Uklali.
Next up, we'll be going to the weatherman. He is currently in the village of Owl's Nest. Take it from here, Matthew.
Good day, fellows. Here in this beautiful village we call Owl's Nest, we usually experience harsh temperatures in our winter season. According to our reading of the sky, it'll be cold enough to experience heaps of snow for the next few days. You might want to dress up, layers, and wear your finest cloak. Stock up on your firewood and heat up the house because, man, imagine how easy life would be if we invented this system called a heater. Stay warm.
Thank you, Matthew, for your report.
Now back to Owl's Nest, where Silali will interview Jarek about life in the village.
Hello, Jarek. Is it fine if you tell us your wonderful life here in the village?
Certainly.
What is your main food resource?
We usually farm for vegetables to put in stew, and we have varieties of meat and fish.
What type of meat and fish?
We usually have cod, herring, halibut, and we usually dry them to preserve them.
What's the houses do you guys live in?
We make long houses that could hold many people, and they're made out of timber and have turf on the outside for warmth.
Lastly, what are the roles of men and women in your village?
Me and my brother, for example, would do the hunting and farming, while my sister, for example, would raise her children and prepare the food at home.
Thank you, Jarek, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
After a word from our sponsor, Jaden will be with our special guest.
I'm Olivia. I was Anglo-Saxon. I couldn't sail the ocean at the levels the Vikings do. And I experienced hate from the Vikings. I suffered from Anglo-Saxonosis and lack of sailing skills. But all this changed when I bought the...
This boat has over 1,000 reviews, even suggested by Thor.
Yeah, dude, long ships catch waves.
My life is so much better not have this boat.
With this boat, I've rode waves at speeds I've never experienced before.
Because of this boat, my family came back after 10 years to see me sail the ocean.
Buy it.
Buy it.
Buy it.
Buy it.
Buy it!
Buy it. It's good. My buying long ship 3,000. Here's those right here. Terms and rates may apply. By buying today, the boat can change mine. Boat is not invented or delivered. All rights reserved. Long ship 3,000.
You can now get this boat for the mere price of $2 million.
Welcome back. We'll now have a special guest coming on the show. Please welcome. It's an honor having you. Can we ask some questions today about your work?
Most certainly.
Alright. How's it like leading an army into battle?
It's definitely chaotic during these violent raids, but as a Viking, we stay and fight to the end. I've lost many brothers, but they died so we could win.
Do you ever feel terrified?
Not of the people I'm fighting. I love the fight, but I am afraid of the chance I won't see my family again.
That's war for you. What is your main goal of your invasions?
Through raids of villages, we don't just fight to fight. We gain resources and gain wealth. Our ever-so-growing population must continue to plunder. And as we continue through England, we gain more power.
I see. Why has there been a long war with the Anglo-Saxons?
We settled in peace and traded, but over time they started to become powerful. We both needed resources. There were a war society, and we knew of their wealth and raided a small village of theirs. They struck back, and after that it escalated to a war. Along with that, we have conflicts with the Franks and the Byzantines.
Seems the whole world is against you.
Very much so.
My final question for you today is, what weapons do you guys carry?
Our most used weapon is a spear. We additionally carry axes, swords, or bows, and arrows.
Thank you for sharing this with us.
No problem.
Well, that's it for you folks. You heard from Ragnar Lothbrok. Take it from here, Silali.
Hello everyone, we're back in the village, and we're gonna find someone to tell us their thoughts on King Olaf building a Christian church. Greetings, what is your name?
I'm Madeline.
May you spare some time with us and share with us your thoughts?
Sure, why not?
Okay, do you still practice any old religions or traditions of the Vikings?
I do not. I traveled to Constantinople and I have converted to Christianity. It's a shame we choose to invade the beautiful city.
The city is certainly beautiful. My second and last question. Have you heard of the King Olaf has built the first Christian church in Viking land?
I have not, but that's wonderful news to hear. I believe this religion has a big influence on our society. Soon, maybe we'll convert from this old polytheistic ways, all thanks to King Olaf.
Well, that's it. Thank you for your time. Heading back to Jaden to close our newscast with one final section. Violet Vikings.
As Vikings, we have been seen as a violent force. All throughout Europe, there's been hatred towards us. Today, we'll be going through a segment where we see the love and hatred towards Vikings. Welcome, Matthew.
Thank you for having me.
Have you heard the ways of the Vikings?
Yes, I have.
Do you believe we deserve the hate we receive?
No, I don't believe the hate because Vikings aren't as violent as they always seem. They aren't always waging war and agricultural people. They are also explorers, artisans, and have large communities. We fight for the wealth, not for fun.
Well, some say raiding villages are unnecessary. Your thoughts?
The violent ways may be unnecessary, but in order to maintain prosperity is to steal resources from others. We have little to no allies.
Thank you for your time, Matthew. Great thoughts for him, but what about the thoughts of the opposing side? Welcome, Olivia.
Hello, everyone.
You came from an Anglo-Saxon family, correct?
That is correct.
I have a few questions about the Vikings today. Do you think Vikings deserve the hate they receive?
Most certainly. All they do is wage wars. They're always fighting, raiding, and killing for no reason. They don't do anything else. I'm sure they have enough resources.
Do you think they do anything else but fight?
I don't think so. They can't possibly be smart enough to know about trading or exploring.
Thank you for your time, Olivia. This marks the end of this segment.
Thank you to all of our interviewees.
This marks the end of our program for BBC News. Have a good day. I'm your host, Jaden.
And I'm your co-host, Siklali.
And gain wealth over our
Run that red. Go.
With this boat,
It's a shame we closed.
Welcome, Matthew.
Thanks for having me.
Have you heard of the way of the Vikings?